welcome back to Animation, where today we'll be watching my reaction highlights of One Piece episode 2 and 3. This is kind of what my new studio looks like. I spent the last 2 days taking down those cupboard doors that looked really bad and painting and putting up new curtains and buying some stuff to decorate with. So yeah, there's like this cool chair there with a fluffy pillow, and I'm gonna put like a clock and a big poster thing there. So I'm still not done. I still have quite a few things to do, and you can't see it, but at the top here there's like a whole open space where I wanna fill it up with manga over the next few years. So if anyone has any manga that you don't want anymore, send them my way. Okay, but without further ado, enjoy my reaction highlights and then my review at the end. Okay, time to share my thoughts on episode 2 and 3 of One Piece. First of all, I'd like to say that it takes me forever to scroll down to, because the episodes are ordered from the latest one to the oldest one, and I have to scroll down a lot to get to 2 and 3 and the ones I'm going to be watching for the next couple of weeks. But obviously it's worth it, and yeah, I'm glad I watched these 2 episodes together because it was kind of like a part 1 and a part 2. Because we got introduced to Zoro, and then they broke him out and defeated the Marine captain, and now they're off on their new adventure. So it really felt like these 2 episodes fit really well together, and I'm glad that I got to watch them together, because when 2 ended, I was like, wait. It definitely felt like, I can't just leave it there. So yeah, I'm very glad that I got to do 2 episodes. A lot of people have said in the comments that it will eventually be very, very hard to just stop, because apparently the cliffhangers are like really big cliffhangers, and you want to watch to the next episode. But we'll see how it goes. I'm just saying this because of all the comments on the last video I got. People saying that you definitely won't just post 2 episodes once a week. It's gonna be more. That's what everyone says. And it's fine. Like, I don't really mind if you guys. I mean, if the comments are repetitive, it's just because you're thinking the same thing, right? So it's not a problem or anything. But I feel as long as I stay up to date on all the other anime that I'm watching, if I can do more One Piece, I will do more One Piece. At one point while I was watching Attack on Titan, I wanted to do an Attack on Titan week where for 7 days I post 7 Attack on Titan videos. So that means I would watch Attack on Titan for 7 days in a row. At this point, Attack on Titan is my favorite anime. Highest rated, I think. Is it though? I have, for those of you that don't know, I have an Annie list. So I update when I watch episodes and what I'm watching and everything, and what I'm planning to watch. Everything is on my Annie list. So let me just quickly show you. The link is in the description. So here you can see. Okay, wait, let me just edit this. So obviously I put this really see-through for One Piece. A lot of people warned me that the copyright is really strict, so I am definitely being careful of that. Okay, so here you can see a One Piece 2, 3. I will score One Piece at about 50 episodes in, but as I watch, like I keep scoring when it's a shorter anime with like 12 episodes, I usually score it about every 3 episodes, so that, and I make sometimes I should do it more, but I try and make notes as I watch. Here you can see here, these little things here are notes. Boom, boom. I should definitely do more though. But I'll score One Piece at like 50 episodes, and then because it's so much, maybe like every 50 episodes I'll just revisit my feelings about it, and yeah, but it's basically an overall score. So if you look here, Attack on Re:Zero is a 10 out of 10. So Re:Zero is actually my highest rated anime, followed by Violet Evergarden, Attack on Titan. I'm not counting these because they're movies. Attack on Titan is ranked 9.8, but I would probably score Attack on Titan higher, like even though ReZero is scored a perfect 10, I think personally I like Attack on Titan more because I'm in season 3 right now, so there's definitely more time to get attached to the characters and to the story, and also because of how philosophical it gets. I really enjoy Attack on Titan, I guess more than I enjoy ReZero, but I scored ReZero higher because to me it's just perfect in every way, with the characters and the music and the story and the voice acting. Everything about ReZero is perfect, but you know, it's just that one season. But yeah, this isn't a ReZero review. I'm sharing this. Why am I sharing this? Why did I start talking about Attack on Titan? I remember saying Attack on Titan is my favorite or my highest rated anime, so why was I talking about this? One Piece? How does this link to One Piece? Oh, because I was talking about Attack on Titan is like my favorite anime, and I wasn't even able to do a 7-day Attack on Titan watch, even though it's my favorite anime, because I'm not very good at binge watching anime, especially deep anime. It's, for example, I can binge watch Konosuba. There are anime that is binge watchable, but it's not just about the binge watching, it's also about I like that my channel does a lot of different anime reviews, especially with the seasonal anime, catching up on classics, and there's a lot of anime that I still want to watch. I definitely want to do a variety of anime on my channel so that I can really call myself an otaku one day. I'm still like a baby otaku. I really love anime. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I don't know if it's the healthiest thing in the world, but whatever floats your boat, if we want to keep it relevant to One Piece. But the reason I brought this up was because I do want to say if I can do more One Piece, I will do more One Piece, but I don't want to do that at the expense of all the other anime that I'm reacting to, especially a lot of my patrons. I have a tier, a level 6 Patreon tier, where some people have requested anime for me to react to. So those are very, very, very important for me. And yeah, I'm trying to keep my priorities straight. And as long as I'm dedicating 1 day a week to One Piece, whether I watch 2, 3, or 4 episodes in that day, or if I can do 2 One Piece videos, but also another video, or if I have an open day, I'll always try and do as much as I can. But thank you guys for, you know, the positive feedback on the last video. Thank you for most of you for welcoming me with open arms into this fandom. I know anime itself is a fandom, but it can be broken down into lots of subcategories, and One Piece is one of the longest running anime ever. So I know it has a big fandom, and I feel very welcome for the most part. There were a few people that weren't so welcoming, but you know, that's in any fandom. It doesn't matter. I have another channel where I do Eurovision reactions, and I did a couple of other things. And for one review part of that channel, I had to actually stop doing it because the feedback was just like, or not the feedback, but the fans were just so toxic that I just completely, I needed to take a break, and I had to break away from, you know, I love the show still, but it becomes not as fun to watch or as enjoyable to watch. The passion kind of gets sucked out by toxic people. And yeah, I'm glad that so far the One Piece fandom seems very uplifting. But in any group of people, you'll always find 1 or 2, you know, soul suckers, people that motherfuckers. Sorry, I just had to say that because soul suckers, motherfuckers. It just popped in my head and I had to say it. Okay, so a few things for those of you that are new to the channel. A few things. I want to take this opportunity. I know I'm going to talk about the episodes in a second. But I just wanted you guys to know a few things about me. I have a couple of online names. I don't really care what you guys call me. Some people call me Anime-chan. Some people call me Katie, because on my other channel, the one I started first, I went by the online name Katie. Some people call me Kayla because that's my real name. I actually really like Keitan because I like ReZero, and Subaru calls her Emilia Tan, and I just have a K in my name, so Keitan is kind of cute. So yeah, you guys can call me whatever you want. You can call me the other One Piece reaction girl, because I know there's another girl that is very, very, very popular that reacts to One Piece. So if you guys just want to call me the other One Piece reaction girl, I don't really care. I always say you can call me whatever you want as long as you call me. That is a paraphrase of a quote by RuPaul. I'm also a fan of anime in general. My top rated anime is ReZero, Violet Evergarden, Attack on Titan, Nana, Boogie Pop and Others, One Punch Man, The Promised Neverland, Darling in the Franxx, Konosuba, Rascal Doesn't Dream About, Bunny Girl Senpai, Saga of Sonya the Evil, Eureka 7 AO, Howl's Moving Castle, which is a movie, I didn't need to include that, Lucky Star, Paradise Kiss, Konosuba Season 2, Angels of Death, Blue Spring Ride, Death Parade, and Eureka 7 and Quintessential Quintuplets, Elfen Lied, Food Wars, Kakegurui, Overlord, Future Diary, My Hero Academia, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, and Anohana. I wasn't a big fan of Anohana, not really. But it's okay. I just wanted to read you guys what kind of anime I'm into. Like I said, I'm still an otaku baby, so I'm still catching up. Oh, I'm a big fan of Bleach and Yu-Gi-Oh! Those are like Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one of the early animes that just got me into like, what is anime? What is the style of stuff? You know? I'm strange. I guess you can, that's another thing you'd want to know about me. I'm quite odd in general. I also really like streaming on Twitch, but usually I used to play games a lot, but then it just started being anime viewing parties where we just watch anime either on Rabbit or you guys can watch with a timer. I don't watch One Piece on there because One Piece I'll be watching by myself and then doing reaction highlights. Can't watch on Twitch and then edit the video. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so that's enough about me. Thank you for joining me. Now we can talk about the episodes. Where to start? I like to start with the quotes that I'm gonna need a One Piece notebook where I make notes of the coolest One Piece quotes. For example, Luffy's quotes, it's not about being possible or impossible, I want to do it. Something like that. I'm gonna have to rewatch the episode to get the exact quote. And then in this episode, in the second episode, Zoro said, I don't care what society thinks. What did he say? Damn it, I should have written it down already. Okay, I've already forgotten the quote, but I will write it down and I will rewatch and write it down. And now you guys know why I pause in between the episode often to talk about stuff, because I forget stuff too quickly. If I pause to talk about it, I'm more likely to remember it at the end. But I did pause to talk about that quote and I still don't remember it. That's another thing you guys are going to realize about me soon. I do pause the episode. I don't know. I know not all reactors do that, but that's how I watch anime. I pause and I have to talk about something. Otherwise, the episode keeps going and I'm thinking about what I want to say. And especially if it's like in Attack on Titan, if it's like this theory or something big in my head, I have to stop and freak out about it or share my thoughts. Otherwise, I miss half of what's being said because it's going all here and confusing. Another thing, English is my second language. I know a lot of people say, oh, you speak it so fluently. And yeah, I guess because I read a lot and I watch only English movies. English is definitely my favorite language, but it's not my first language. My first language is actually Afrikaans. So my brain kind of sadly works in Afrikaans. So when I'm reading English, just take into account that I am like listening in Japanese, reading in English, and like thinking in Afrikaans. I'm South African. Another thing you can know about me. So I'm thinking in Afrikaans, so it does sometimes get jumbled, and that's part of the reason why I pause and reread things sometimes. One of the many reasons. So yeah, I hope that doesn't bother you. If it does, don't complain about, oh, you pause too much. Just don't watch my videos. There's a lot of other reactors out there, and you have to find the people that their way of doing things works for you, and you relate to them. So if you don't relate to something I do, then you don't have to complain about it, unless it's like something like that you actually think, you know, I can do better. I don't know, like some people say, you know, put the volume louder, but that is also difficult. That's not necessarily constructive criticism, because I can take constructive criticism. It's not that I can't, but with sound, for example, it depends from anime to anime. With like Fairy Tail, I react to Fairy Tail as well. It's one of my favorite anime. The studio or whatever that does Fairy Tail, they don't care about reactors. I feel like they have the right attitude about it. They probably feel like, well, the more people are reacting to it, the more, you know, the hype Fairy Tail gets, the more exposure Fairy Tail gets. So it's really easy to put Fairy Tail loud. I don't have to fade the screen at all. I don't have to cut every 8 seconds with a lot of anime. Attack on Titan, for example, I'll do it the same for One Piece. I cut every 8 seconds because bots pick up, like, for example, a song. If a song, like a bot has probably like an auto thingy, and if it hears 9 seconds of a song, the video gets automatically copyright striked or blocked or whatever, because they pick up the song, like in the background or in the sound, whatever. I'm not exactly sure how bots work, but during the processing, it already picks up that song and gets blocked. So that's why for some anime it's really, really soft. Plus I cut every 8 seconds to try and avoid those bots as far as I can. The general rule is to cut every 8 or 9 seconds for at least like 3 seconds, so that it gets chopped, you know, so it doesn't pick up the sound. Anyway, I was talking about constructive criticism. So yeah, if you guys want to share constructive criticism, you can if you want to, but I'm just saying, like, if stuff bothers you about me, like, oh girl, you talk too fast, or oh girl, the video is too soft, or don't pause so much. Like, if it's things that I do and that's part of who I am, that's not constructive criticism. That's just, okay, well, you don't relate to me, don't watch my videos, instead of complaining, you know? At the moment, One Piece feels like one of those anime where it's about the adventure, you know? It's about these really interesting characters that have goals and dreams, and that really interests me, and to me that's really enjoyable to watch and almost go on this journey with them. But it's not necessarily a review type anime, because it's easier to review. I don't know why, it's just easier for me to review a 12 episode anime than this kind of, you know, legend. It's a legendary anime. It's very hard for me, a little otaku baby, to review the anime and share my thoughts on it. It's almost like I just kind of want to enjoy the ride with this anime. I'm sure that eventually, especially as I get to know the characters, it will become more, there will be more things that I want to say and talk about, but at the moment it's still very introductionary. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's still like I'm getting introduced to the characters and to the story. A couple of things that stand out to me, like I mentioned already, is the fact that these are characters with dreams, and like Luffy wants to be the Pirate King, and Zoro wants to be the world's greatest swordsman, and he wants everyone to know his name, regardless of whether he's good or bad. Also, it's interesting for me that pirates are bad people, you know? So it's kind of interesting to be on the bad guy's side, but neither Luffy or Zoro are bad guys. But I wonder if at some point they're gonna like steal and plunder and do pirate stuff, because, and I don't know, what exactly makes a pirate? What is the definition of a pirate? What is a pirate? Like, is Luffy gonna, I keep wanting to call him Luffy, is he going to steal from innocent people? And a person who attacks and robs ships at sea. So if Luffy wants to be the Pirate King, he's going to have to attack and rob ships at some point. Is he though going to be like the Robin Hood type, where he only steals from pirate ships and, I don't know, gives to other people or helps towns, and he only wants to find this whoever, Roger was his name, I don't remember, and he just wants to find this big treasure, the One Piece, or One Piece the treasure. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to attack and rob ships, like the definition of a pirate. It's just interesting, you know. I've watched Overlord, where it's literally the story about the bad guy, you know, and the bad guy is winning. But Overlord, especially from season 3, I'm not rooting for the MC, because he's not the main protagonist, he's the main antagonist. No, not really. Protagonist doesn't necessarily mean a good person. It just means, I know the definition. Protagonist is just the one the story is about, and antagonist is the one who stands against the protagonist, regardless of whether the antagonist is a good guy or not. So protagonist meaning the leading character or one of the major characters in a film or whatever. Eins Ul Gaun, I don't know how to say that. He is the protagonist, even though he's a bad guy, and anyone that opposes him is the antagonist. So Luffy is the protagonist, even though he's a pirate, he's a bad guy. But so I wonder if Luffy is going to be a conventional bad guy as a pirate, but it isn't. Or how are they going to go about this? Because at this point, Luffy is like the sweetest little cutie. I just really like him. He's so nice and so kind and such a good person. Just intrinsically a very good person, and that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from him. He's this very I almost want to say pure character. And even Zoro in this episode showed, not in this episode, 2 and 3, it really showed him as a misunderstood bad guy. Like, he's really kind, he helped that girl and her mom. So I'm just wondering, how did he get this reputation as a man killer? Like, why did he have this scary reputation? So that kind of interests me. I'm looking forward to seeing, like, are they conventional good guys just as pirates, or are they actually likable bad guys as pirates? I don't know. I'm looking forward to finding out. How do I feel about Kobe being left behind? I really liked Kobe. I think his voice, stuff that he did with his voice is so funny. Like, there was this one thing in episode 2. He did that when Zoro was like, "You guys," and he was like, that was the best. Listen to his scream, wait. And not just him, a lot of the sound effects, but it's not sound effects, it's voice effects. That guy, the captain's son, Captain Morgan, was his name Morgan? Captain Morgan? Is that how Captain Morgan got its name? The alcohol? Did they steal that from One Piece? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if the creator of Captain Morgan was a One Piece fan, and that's how the alcohol got its name. But even Captain Morgan's son, I forgot his name, he made some really funny noises in these 2 episodes, and I think that is very unique to One Piece. Generally, anime is funny, and I like repeating words that either sound funny or that, like, I like the word and I want to say it. So, because I wish I could learn Japanese, I just don't have the time. But in a way, I learned through listening. I try to at least. I know I've learned a few words that way, like tomodachi, nakama, mayonaka is midnight, oyaji, hahawe, chichiwe. I don't even know. I like, if the words get used a lot, I'm gonna pick up on them, and it's a nice way to learn Japanese. It's not a nice way, like, I'm not gonna learn grammar and sentence structure and whatever that way, but eventually I might have time to learn Japanese one day, and then it'll be easier when I've picked up on at least a couple of 100 words, you know. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm a little bit sad that Kobe got left behind. But he didn't get left behind. But in the anime, I mean, he's not going with them. But at the same time, I think it's really a good thing, because Kobe has his own dreams, and he stuck to those dreams. He didn't say, oh, but I want to be with Luffy. Like, he didn't, because Luffy helped him, he didn't, like, get obsessed with Luffy and just be a tag along. he actually stayed and is willing to work his way up to reach his dream, and I think that's really admirable. I like this anime a lot because it makes you feel like anything is possible. It makes you feel like I can go for my dreams, and that's very, very good for me anyway. It's something like I love self-help books and all these kind of things that tell you anything is possible, and this anime makes me feel that. I'm not just reading it in a book from some person who probably also is struggling to make their dreams come true. I can feel it, and Luffy going after his dreams makes me want to go after mine, you know? And one thing that is especially important for me and that I really love about Luffy is how he talks, and he doesn't say he does say I want to become the Pirate King, but he's more about I will become the Pirate King. I will make him my nakama. I will. And I love that determination, and I truly believe that you can speak things into existence. It's not like the secret makes it sound like it isn't magic, but it's like implanting into your subconscious mind. You will, you can, you are going to, you are good enough, you are courageous, you are rich, you are awesome. Like if you do it with it's all about your intentions as well. There's a lot more to it than that, but just that repetition, that belief, it implants this concept, this belief into your subconscious mind, you know? And that when you believe something, it's easier for you to make it come true. You see opportunities that other people wouldn't have seen. So it's not that it's like it happens by magic. It's just when you believe in something, you're more likely to get it done than when you don't believe in something, and that's for various reasons. One of them being, like I said, you see opportunities where what others wouldn't see. You take chances that others wouldn't take. You work harder because you believe in your dream. So there's so much more to it, but I really do believe that you can speak things into existence, and I love that Kobe changed. Like there was a moment where he was like, I want to become a Marine, can I enlist? And the guy was like, I'm not sure. And he was like, I will become a Marine officer. I mean, it doesn't literally work like that in real life. Like you don't just you don't just say once, I will become a super rich multi-millionaire. You don't say it once. It's like sometimes you don't even believe it at first, but fake it till you make it, you know? Say it so many times that you start believing it. Build that feeling of what would it feel like to be true, and speak it into existence. It'll be planted in your subconscious mind. You will start seeing things differently, start doing things differently, and you will make your dreams come true. And I can literally say that, like, I'm an example of that. Like 5 years ago, I don't even want to tell you guys where I were, and here I am today. I got to like redo my whole studio, and here I am recording videos for you guys and watching anime with you, sharing my thoughts, sharing this experience, and I feel so happy to do that. And it's my dream to do that and so much more, and I'm making it all come true step by step. So thank you guys for being part of my journey. I'm super excited to be part of Luffy's journey, and I'm looking forward to the next 2 episodes. So far for me, all the episodes have been 5 out of 5. I'm loving the characters, I'm loving the story, I'm loving the voice acting. Everything's really great. The only thing that I haven't listened to is the opening song. I listened to it the first time, but people said to me don't watch the opening because it has spoilers, and I haven't listened to the ending song yet. So yeah, I can't really rate those, but I am having a lot of fun with everything else, and so far it's been fantastic. I even love the visuals. I know it's like this old school anime, and I mean this was released when 1999 or something, so I don't judge it. I don't compare it to fucking Violet Evergarden, you know? Everything is what it should be at this point, and I'm having so much fun with it. Thank you all so much for watching anime with me. I really appreciate it. Nothing in the world makes me happier. I'll see you guys in the next 2 episodes next week. Bye!